Hey, what's happening, everyone? Just got another training video for you here. I hoped you liked that last If It Fits Your Burrito episode. I thought it was pretty awesome, and that burrito was freaking delicious. So let's talk some training here. A little backlogged on the training. This is some stuff from last week. Had to make up this slingshot session, so that was supposed to be done the week before. And, all in all, life has been pretty crazy, pretty hectic and busy, and I'm really spending a lot of time just hanging out with my family and spending time with my daughter because she was with her grandparents for quite some time, so we were missing her, and now I'm having just a blast hanging out with her. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you've probably seen some of those silly pictures. But this slingshot work here is 365 for 3 sets of max reps. I think I got 4, 3, and then 4. Chest was a little bit tired and cramped up a little bit, actually. I didn't really think too much of it. More on that later, you guys. What we got here is deadlifts. So this was the actual work I was supposed to do, and I figured I could go between 495 and 525 with 525 being the greatest day ever and 495 being kind of shitty. So I decided to play it safe and know my limits and figure, hey, since you just did a bunch of fairly heavy benching with the slingshot, you should probably take it pretty easy. But I didn't want to pull 495 because when you're just that close to 500, you just go up to 500. I mean, that's basically the law of the land, you guys. This is 505. And so what I did here was 5 sets, 2 reps, and just really trying to stay as tight and pull as consistently as possible with my form. I didn't want to make it too difficult. I just wanted to accumulate a bunch of high quality repetitions because quality matters. And then on this last one, this is where I really dig deep and just go for as many reps as I can and make it a much more difficult set and give it all I've got. Well, I could have probably forced another rep or 2, but probably 8 out of 10 reps all I've got. This here, I believe, is 6 repetitions with 505. Feeling pretty good about that because I had accumulated 8 reps on those previous 4 sets of 2. Deadlift is feeling pretty strong. Pulled yesterday or the day before or something, and it wasn't that great. I just need more sleep. I think that's what it is. What you're seeing here is some Excelsior accessories for my deadlift. So I'm doing a lot of back accessories on Saturdays, and throughout the week I'm still doing pull-ups, weighted pull-ups, bodyweight pull-ups, and different row variations at the house. But on Saturdays, with all these cool things in the gym, I like to just slay my back with a bunch of back work. And that's definitely helping out the deadlift because it is going very well, even on bad days, which I felt I had a fairly bad day deadlifting just on Saturday this week. What you're seeing here is benching that following day from Kratos Gym. So I hit that 365, and remember I said my chest had kind of cramped up a little bit. It wasn't feeling that great. Well, what do you know? Happened again. So I worked up to that 275 for 5. I just wanted to hit a heavy fiver for the day, and I figured it would be on the low end 275 to the high end of maybe even 325 if I was just feeling ridiculous. I was not feeling ridiculous, so I just stuck with 275, cut it down to 225 after that for some close grip bench. Now remember, my T1 bench that I'm using, like that I hit to 275 for 5 with, it's still closer than my competition grip width by like a whole hand width. That's a lot of weird sounding words there. Usually on the competition grip, I got index fingers on the rings. With my grip that I'm using to go heavy, I got my pinkies on the rings, and here with the close grip bench, I got my index fingers right next to the smooth. So I'm training my triceps more because my lockout is what's really suffering, and that's why I'm using the slingshot a lot to help get my bench moving, and that's why I just smashed on that 380 PR just a couple weeks ago. Freaking awesome. So the plan works. Using my training system works. I mean, at least for me. I'm sure some of you guys are out there like, fuck that training system. I just listen to this guy because he has stupid jokes. If that's the case, thank you. I still appreciate the joke compliment, but come on, give the method a try. That's all I'm saying. Enough about that BS. Let's talk about some lifting weights. This is 155 for a few sets of 8, I think, with incline bench. Went to the incline because, one, it's awesome, because two, it's actually not really hurting my pec too much. And right now I'm going to take it easy. I was thinking also of doing a few weeks of weighted dips instead of incline, but I'll stick with the incline for now because I feel the weighted dips might be a bit too much because of this whole pec thing. Now, this last Monday, these are my rehab squats. So with all these training programs out there, with all these coaches, and even if you do your own programming and training, the ultimate factor in all of this stuff is listening to your body and understanding when to go heavy, when to go light, when to push yourself for reps, and when to just really back off and do the bare minimum number of reps. And that's really just having the mindset of knowing your rate of perceived exertion. And those of you who've trained through Mike T's or True Shears or True Shears or Two Sheep Shears or something like that, whatever his name is, you guys are understanding of that method. Now, you can apply his rating system to your training to any program, and he said this himself. He thinks of it as a scope attached to a rifle, I believe was his analogy. And even with my training method, you can sort of plan for these kinds of things by knowing the range on your tiers and giving yourself minimum and maximums depending on feeling. And that feeling, you can be using Mike T's rating. You know, if you feel great, you want to work in that, 8 to 9 RPE range for, a few sets of perhaps 6 to 8 reps or something, if we're talking in what would be your T2. That's essentially what I'm doing here with my squats, you guys. I'm just kind of taking my squats a little bit more from a qualitative standpoint and not looking so much at moving a whole bunch of weight right now, but just refining the movement pattern since I'm recovering from that injury from not listening to what was going on with my squat at the time. I had really wanted to work up to a 1,500 total at 165 this summer even. That was kind of the secret goal that I don't tell anybody about, because if you tell people your goals, then they're not going to happen. Look it up. That's a true fact. Brought to you by me, which I found on the internet. So yeah, that was the goal. Squats didn't happen, but with that 10-15 push-pull, I know that had my knee not fallen apart, I definitely would have had it. And so that was unfortunate, but hey, we got IPL Worlds to look forward to in November. And should everything go well, hopefully this pec thing doesn't take too long to fix. Should everything to go well, then I'll see you guys at IPL Worlds and hopefully get a pretty killer total at IPL Worlds. In the meantime, though, I might get a little bit more personable on this channel. Might do a Q&A soon, so keep listening up for that stuff.